72 hours in Cape Town. He won an award in Europe, so he was named the most connected traveller in Europe at that time because of the amount of posts that he'd done while he travelled on Facebook, the videos he posted, the blogs that he kept. So we brought him here and let him loose in Cape Town for 72 hours. And during that time he recorded all of the social media that he created and posted online. It was presented at last year's conference, what he produced and the results of that. Now what's interesting as a follow-up to this story is that Jesse, after he left Cape Town, after this experience last year, if any of you met him, used this experience. We also did another project with him in Jordan. But he used this and presented it in a job interview that he did with Tourism Australia. So this young guy who was here last year, 25 years of age, is now the new head of digital and online marketing for Tourism Australia. What's interesting is if you look at the stuff Jesse produced, you may have noticed there were not that many text posts, and it was a lot of photographs and a lot of video. And this is another really important shift that we're seeing online. Away from text and into visual. It's an increasingly visual media that people are communicating in. Which is why when I talked about BBM, that all those emoticons make it so easy now for people to communicate in a simple and visual way. And we're seeing that in internet use in general. Shift away from text and into images. And tools like this one that Kayak now provides, where you can type into Kayak where you're flying from, which airport you're flying from, and then you run the slider along in terms of how much you want to spend, from $100 up into the thousands. As you move that slider along, the destinations that you can fly to appear. So you can see where you want to click on and travel to. So a simple, text-free, visual way of showing pricing. But we can see why, if you can be as visual as possible, you can communicate so effectively to the marketplace. Simple example. If I told you that I was into wingsuit proximity sports, would you have any clue what I was talking about? You might have to go online to look up wingsuit proximity, and you would have to go to a wiki page and read all of this. And what it would tell you is that wingsuit proximity is when I put on a bat flying suit and throw myself off a cliff. And as I fall, I try and get as physically close to the cliff wall as I can. As much proximity till I can almost touch it with my fingertips. You still may not understand that, but I can communicate it very simply to you by showing you that I do that. But how much more effective and emotional engaging is it if I communicate it to you like this?